Hey everybody, tonight we're going to be doing Chapter 5, which is about the duties and responsibilities of citizens. So, the standards and objectives. The standard covered is 7.10, which is standard number 10. Describe individual and civic responsibilities of citizens of the United States. And the objectives are to discuss duties of a citizen, analyze the responsibilities of a citizen, and evaluate the role that we play in government. So let's get started. Now, first thing, we live in communities. The town you live in is a community. Our state is a community. Our country is a community. If you're part of a sports team, part of the band, part of a club, that's a community as well. So, we need to know that as citizens of the United States of America, we have responsibilities and duties that we are expected to perform. The responsibilities are things that we should do, and duties are things that we must do. These are things that if you don't do, there may be legal ramifications such as fines, jail time, whatever. Now, our government, our country requires us to perform certain duties. There's things that as citizens that we just need to do. By fulfilling these duties, we strengthen our communities. The first thing that is a duty is to obey the laws. Now, this is obvious. You need to obey the law. It's the most important duty of a citizen because our laws are designed to help people get along, stay safe, and see resources used fairly. It's to make sure that you're not harming other people or yourself. If we disobey laws, we have to face the consequences. Paying taxes, that's a duty. That's something you cannot get away with. You cannot avoid paying taxes. People do, but if they catch up with you, you're going to be facing a lot of money that you got to owe and a long time in jail. Taxes pay for the government's activities used for roads, police departments, maintain prisons, other form of protection to upkeep from the government. There's many different forms of taxes. You have an income tax that you pay when you work. They take money out of your check, and that pays the income tax. You have a sales tax that you pay when you go to a store. Like, for example, if you go to Dollar Tree where everything's $1, and you buy something, and you go to pay with a dollar bill, and they say that's going to be $1.08 or $1.09, and you say, well, I thought everything here was $1. Well, if the sales tax is 8%, it would be $1.08 because it's 8% of that dollar. If it's a 9% sales tax, then it would be $1.09 because it's 9% of that dollar. And the same thing goes up. If you buy two things, it's $2. It'd be $2.18 if it's a 9% sales tax, or $2.16 if it's an 8% sales tax. That's just kind of how it works. And that's the idea behind taxes. Defend the nation. Basically, if the government orders a draft, which is a call for military service, then you have to serve. If you avoid it and you try to evade the draft, then there can be legal ramifications. All men 18 to 25 are required to register with selective service. If you don't do that, you can go to jail. The government reserves the authority to issue a draft if needed. Serve in court. The Constitution guarantees us a trial by jury. This is a good thing that we have a jury of our peers that are in court with us. That's a good thing. It's a right that we have. But because of that, every adult has to be prepared to possibly serve on a jury. Citizens must also be prepared to possibly be witnesses in a court case. Now, attend school. Most states require people under the age of 16 to be in school. This is a legal thing. You have to go to school. The government believes that students need the skills learned in school to be successful in life. The idea, and especially for 7th and 8th graders, is that you're learning things right now in school that prepares you for life. And you say, well, when am I ever going to use something from history? When am I ever going to use this book that we're reading in English or whatever? But it's not just those things. And those things are very important. But it's also the life skills you're learning. How to manage money, for fundraisers and buying snack. How to make friends, how to deal with people, how to get stuff turned in on time. This is preparing you for whenever you get out of high school one day. So the government believes that you need these skills that school provides. And the plan for schools is to learn content, but also learn how to be productive citizens. Now we're going to be talking about the responsibilities. These are not a legal obligation. These are voluntary, but these are very important for you to do these things, to be an active and involved citizen in the United States. Be informed. Every day the government makes decisions that affect your life, especially right now. You tune in on Facebook or on TV. Every day about 4 o'clock, President Donald Trump does a press conference where he talks about things about reopening up the government, the latest numbers on COVID-19, all these different things he's talking about that's affecting your life right now more than ever. It's important to stay informed about what's going on in our world and our country. Being informed means knowing your rights as well. We talked in the last video about the Bill of Rights and about what your rights are, such as a right to be represented by a lawyer in court. Remember the Fifth Amendment. You do not have to testify against yourself in court, meaning that if you do something and the police arrest you, you don't have to talk to them until your lawyer's present, because you may say something stupid that gets you in jail. And so the idea behind it is that you have a right to be represented by a lawyer. Speak up and vote. The people are the source of all the government's power. We elect the people and we give the government its power. We, as the citizens, give the government the power that it has. We've given Donald Trump his power. We give Congress their power because we voted for them. Even if people didn't vote for them, they're the ones that won. So the majority of the people, or in the case of President Trump, the majority of the electoral votes got him in that position. You also get involved by reaching out to government officials and let them know how you feel about issues. You can email, call, whatever, somebody in Congress, one of your representatives, and tell them about an issue that you have, and they'll listen. Even though you're a teenager and you can't vote, one day you're going to be able to vote. And that person maybe will be wanting your vote one day. And so they listen whenever you talk to them. So if you have a problem with something going on in the government, reach out to your government officials and let them know. It's good to be involved. Know what the candidates stand for before voting. You need to know what they stand for and know what you believe. Because when you go to vote, you need to vote for someone who has the same mindset you do. Because the idea behind our government is it's supposed to be a representation of us. And so if you're voting for someone who doesn't represent you, it's kind of counterintuitive. Respect others' rights. To enjoy your rights, you need to be prepared to respect the rights of other people. You are also responsible to show respect for public property. Remember we talked about this past school year, people vandalizing the school. And we talked about how the importance of showing respect for public property, because, there's going to be a time where, 20 years from now, where you may have a kid going to Phil Campbell High School and walk in the same halls you do. Or you might have a niece or nephew walking the halls of Phil Campbell. And you don't want them to go to a trashy school because when you were their age, you were disrespectful and you vandalized public property. Crimes are crimes, even if you believe it's just your responsibility not to do them. So it's important that we respect the rights of others. Respect diversity. Our society is very diverse, so part of that is to respect people. It don't matter if they're a different race, belief, background. The key word is tolerance. Respecting and accepting others. When we respect others, we're asking people to respect us as well. If you want people to show you respect, you need to show them respect. Contribute to the common good. Responsible citizens care for themselves as well as others. If nobody donated to charity, volunteered, or helped each other out, things would be really bad. A lot of these volunteer organizations have 1 or 2 people that are on staff, and everybody else is a volunteer. They can't do it without donations. They can't do it without volunteers. So it's important that we realize that. Americans are supposed to be active, not just spectators. Now, this says homework. Of course, I don't expect you to come find me and give me this, but this is something you can do to enhance this yourself. Write half a page on the difference between the duties and responsibilities of citizens and how we can contribute to the communities we're a part of. Go back and rewatch the video. Look at what the duties and responsibilities are. There's 5 of each. Go back and look at them. Write them down. Figure out how you can contribute to your community, how you can get involved in your community, because that's how you're going to make a difference. Because our communities, if the younger generation doesn't get involved, if the younger generation doesn't care, are going to fall into disarray. They're going to fall into shambles if the younger generation doesn't care. Get involved. Find out what you can do to be an active member of your community and to contribute to make the world and the future a brighter place. So this is where we're going to stop at for tonight. I hope you have a great day, and tune in for the next video.